Thank you, Ian. And thank you all for being here today. The surplus lines community is a tight one, and I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. Your attendance at this meeting is vitally important, and we really appreciate the time you took out of your day to come here. Ian spoke to you about some of our accomplishments. Phase 1, conducting the reassessment and building the tools for you to use. And I'm going to discuss the current state of the SLA. Part of what I'm going to discuss today relates to the second phase. A key component of this, which I'm very pleased to announce, is the new, dramatically improved website, which is now live. In creating this website, we wanted to create something more than a static, bland repository of information, and instead provide a targeted, interactive experience that helps different individuals with different jobs find the information and the resources they need. Our new website tailors the reader's experience based on what type of job you have and what type of information you're looking for. It provides bold, colorful, easily identifiable links to the tools and forms you need based on whether you're a broker, a filer, a compliance professional, or a member of the general public, such as my mother, who looks for my videos every year. And if she can find my videos on our website, you can find the forms that you need. I'm pretty confident about that.
Let's get you started with the California SLA website. It was designed with you in mind, and we think you're going to love how easy it is to use. When you visit the site for the first time, you'll be asked to choose a general, broker, filer, or compliance user role. Each homepage is unique and contains tiles in the middle. We organize these tiles based on the information you need most. The larger the tile, the more relevant the information. If you ever need to change your role, just click here at the top right. If you don't see the information you're looking for in one of these tiles, check the menu here. The menu contains lots of information about the SLA, education, regulations, additional resources, and more. Just click the X to see your tiles again. Across the top of every page is the search bar. This search is powered by Google and will help you find anything you need on our site. The California SLA website puts the right information at your fingertips and works on a variety of browsers and mobile devices. Whether you're on a desktop, a tablet, or a phone, you can access it anytime and anywhere.
I love the part where the guy's walking on the trail. He's hiking in the woods and he's thinking, surplus lines! Have I done my filing? I need to check. And then a mountain lion eats him. So as you can see, we put a lot of time and a lot of thought in how to improve the user experience, and we hope that you'll find it a useful resource for everyone going forward. And we will continue to innovate and change this, and we're going to make improvements that you'll see every time you go on there. And one of the future improvements, which I think you'll find very, very helpful, is an industry calendar. All of us have very busy lives, we have busy schedules, we're always trying on the go to schedule meetings, and now you'll have a place you can go on our website which will have our industry calendar of major events that are going on around the country. So things like NEIC, the NAPSLO, AAMGA, CEWA, as well as SLA events, CE Credit, our annual meeting, Western States, it goes on and on. We're obviously very busy people. So it's a very useful resource, and I hope you keep an eye out for it, and I hope you bookmark it so you have a chance to attend all these events. They're all wonderful events. briefly about the state of the SLA, which can only be characterized as strong. I'm pleased to announce to you that in fiscal year 2014, the SLA came in significantly under budget by approximately $1 million. That money can now be used to help reduce our pension liability. One of the key steps we took leading up to 2015 was to put in tight budgetary controls to ensure that we had a well-thought-out strategy on allocating and spending the funds we receive every year through our stamping fee. With the help of our Chief Financial Officer, we developed a very transparent budgeting process, and we found numerous efficiencies. You will also be glad to know that we have put into place a long-term planning process that will enable us to avoid changing the stamping fee for the foreseeable future. We know that changing the stamping fee is inconvenient for consumers, it's ineffective for brokers, and in short, you told us it would be better to keep it constant if at all possible. We listened, and through our budgetary planning process, we have kept the stamping fee consistent for the past 3 years. And barring an unexpected turn of events, we expect to be able to do so for years to come. I hope that settles you, makes you feel good. You can stick with that. Just go with it. I also would like to briefly bring you up to date on some of the staff reorganizations that we have undergone in recent months and where we are today. The Data Analysis Department has seen numerous changes, including a new leader, Rose Tacchini, who was promoted to Vice President last year, and after more of a decade of service to the SLA. If you don't already know Rose, please, you need to get a chance to get to know her during our luncheon. Rose, could you please stand up? Additionally, we right-sized the department with several new, much-needed full-time hires. And while they're still getting up to speed, they are making a significant difference. Data analysis in 2014 processed 15.5% more in premiums and 13.5% more in items, while reducing the backlog 40%. Premium and items went up, processing time went down. This is a very impressive achievement, and it helps you by completing the process faster and providing better, more accurate data. And before I go on, I'm going to change lanes just slightly as long as we're talking about items and premium. I would like to relate those numbers to the other stamping offices around the country. The 15.5% increase in premiums was larger than any other stamping office except Utah. And the 13.5% increase in items was larger than any other stamping office in America. This comes amidst a year in which almost all stamping offices saw notable increases in both premiums and items. All stamping offices saw increased total premiums except Pennsylvania, and all made gains in items except Arizona and Illinois. So on the whole, surplus lines did well in 2014, particularly in comparison to the property and casualty admitted market. Business Insurance reported on January 26, 2015, that the property and casualty admitted market saw only a slight increase in net written premiums at 3.6% third quarter 2014 over third quarter 2013. But that net income had plummeted 36% in third quarter 2014 as compared to third quarter 2013. The fall in net income reflected deteriorating underwriting results, with the combined ratios increasing from 91.8% to 95.5%. While we're not entirely certain yet what is driving the performance of the surplus lines market relative to the property and casualty admitted market, Possibilities include NRRA, a more accurate reporting of premiums, as well as factors such as the underwriting cycle or the appetite of the admitted market for insuring certain types of business. I think it is important to keep an eye on these kinds of trends and how our industry is performing relative to the admitted market and as well as to the other stamping offices across the nation. I thank you for letting me take a moment to look at our numbers and analyze the statistics we are seeing. And now I'm going to return to discussing the SLA internal operations. So while we're still working on creating greater efficiencies within data analysis, we are currently also focusing on education and compliance. Many of you know Pat McCauley, who formerly led the data analysis department. She agreed to take over the vacant department head position within education and compliance, and she became a senior vice president. She has served the SLA in the broker community for more than 20 years, and we know her experience is going to serve her well as we look to make education and compliance a more useful resource going forward. We intend to hire a compliance professional to work with her and to provide greater educational opportunities for our members and filers, including webinars, seminars, even in-office visits. Wherever you are, we will find you and we will educate you. Whether you like it or not. You're on a trail, you will be educated. We really would like to help you comply with all the state laws and regulation. That's our goal, that's our mission. Moving on, I want to let you know that we have just started our audit process, and our most recent audit is being completed. Our 2013 audit, which was finalized in 2014, was a clean audit, and our expectation is this year's audit will be as well. We also underwent our triennial audit, which ended with a few minor suggestions for improvement, but there were no material issues. On the technology front, we are continuing to take feedback on SLIP 2.0, our electronic filing system. Our SLAS project is in progress and it is expected to be completed in half the time and half the cost of the EAS system it is replacing. A key component is going to be computerizing our process mapping to determine where processes can be appropriately automated. Finally, I would like to direct your attention to the newsletter each one of you received at your seat. I saw some of you reading them when you were supposed to be listening to Ian. I'll point them out later. They won't get dessert. But no, we really did want you to take a chance to look through that newsletter. Included in the newsletter is a packet of information which will detail further for you many of our key statistics and financial results from our fiscal year. You may remember in years past, I would put up slides that detailed a lot of this information, and we felt it would be beneficial for you to have something you can take back to the office with you. You now have it in your hands, it's beautiful, it's glossy, it's slick, it's modern, everything that we're striving to be. So, in the newsletter, last year we completely redesigned and overhauled this publication, and we created a new focus on providing useful information about items such as market trends, legislation, and regulation. In short, news you can use. It is published 3 times a year, and we encourage you to read each new issue when it is published. Our next issue is expected to be out this spring. And I have 2 last items. First, I just want to remind all of you that the state taxes are due on March 1st, and that the forms are available on the department website as well as our website. Secondly, please mark your calendars for the upcoming Western States Surplus Lines Conference. The host state is Idaho, and the conference will be held in Sun Valley, Idaho. The dates are June 20th to 23rd, and if you forget those dates, they will be on our industry calendar that's on our website. We will make further details available to you, such as the agenda of events, who the speakers will be when Idaho lets us know. Thank you again for a chance to talk with you today, and I would also like to thank the board, Ben, our senior staff, and of course, our very hardworking SLA team. Thank you.